Hey, it's Rob from the Master Switch. So, a few months ago in February, I was at Can Jam in New York City, big headphone meetup, and I was checking out the AUDEZE booth, and they pulled me aside and said, listen, there's this secret project we want to talk to you about. We got something coming down the pipe. I'm like, okay, this sounds pretty cool. So a couple of weeks later, when I'm back here in Vancouver, my colleague Alyssa and I get on the phone with AUDEZE, and they give us the rundown on these. The AUDEZE Mobius gaming headphones. Very cool, and a very big step for AUDEZE because they have only really done music-based headphones, or to push headphones for mixing in the studio. This is very much a big step for them, and I was really keen to check these out. So some basics about the AUDEZE Mobius. They are going to be available at the beginning of August. I think they cost at the moment just under $400 for a pre-order price. I imagine that's going to go up shortly after their release. And the other thing you need to know is that they have a staggering amount of technology packed into these. These headphones are just unbelievable. Here's the thing. AUDEZE specialize in what are called planar magnetic headphones. Planar magnetic drivers, which, if you don't know, are the bits of the headphone that actually make sound. Planar magnetic drivers are distinct from dynamic drivers, which are what you get in your Beats by Dre and your Sony noise cancelers and your Bose noise cancelers and most major headphones on the market. Planar magnetic tech tends to be quite expensive, but it also tends to sound really good. And to my knowledge, these are the first ever pair of planar magnetic gaming headphones. I'll come back to that in a minute. Putting a little pin in the planar magnetic thing, because I want to talk about the other tech that's in here, because like I said, there's a staggering amount. You get full surround sound. That's 5.1, 7.1, the works. That's not a completely new feature. There are plenty of gaming headphones that have done surround sound before. The Asus ROG Centurion, the Razer Manowar, the Astro A50, these are all gaming headphones that do a very convincing impression of full surround sound. And we can add AUDEZE to that. The surround sound in these is excellent. I tested these with a bunch of different games and movies. I'm a console gamer, not a PC gamer, but I did jump on the PC for this as well, and really just faultless performance. I wouldn't quite put it up with something like the Asus ROG Centurion, which still has some of the best surround gaming audio that I've ever heard, but really they've done a phenomenal job here. AUDEZE have absolutely not dropped the ball on the surround sound, but there are a couple of other interesting features as well. If you put these on and you move your head, the sound source stays in place. Imagine that you watching, you're talking, and I turn my head and I'm listening through headphones, you continue to be over there. Here's the weird thing about it. I think the head tracking is very cool. I had a lot of fun with it, but I couldn't quite figure out what it was there for. I ended up leaving it off most of the time just because it felt a little bit strange. I mean, it's cool, it's very nice to have, but I felt that the surround sound was a much bigger draw than the head tracking, however well implemented it was. You get a bunch of other features as well. You get full Bluetooth functionality and full LDAC functionality, which is a special form of Bluetooth transmission developed by Sony, so very nice to have. If you are a content creator or you're making augmented reality experiences, this will ship with a bunch of plugins from Waves that will allow you to mix and do things in a virtual space, which is extremely cool and a nice bit of foresight from AUDEZE. And you even get built-in EQs, which you activate by clicking the microphone volume control and cycling through it, which works really well. And the other thing that works really well, I've touched on it already, we're going to take that pin out and talk about the planar sound. AUDEZE really know their planar magnetic sound. They know how to get the absolute best out of planar drivers. They've done it with things like the LCD2 and the LCD4 and a bunch of other headphones. They know their shiz. And with these, God, they sound good. Like, if I were to have one criticism, I'd say maybe they aren't quite as good for things like music as they are for things like movies and games, but when you have full surround sound going on these with planar magnetics and all the spacing and airiness and breathiness that implies, holy moly. It's an experience having these things on. You play a game like a Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, which is an action game on the PlayStation 4, if you don't know it, and it was the sound of it, they actually recommend that you wear headphones for it because of the way the sound is mixed. And with these, Oh boy, oh boy. That's not to say that they're faultless. Because there is so much technology in here, and because there are so many things you can do with these, setup can take quite a while, especially if you want to activate full 5.1 sound. And once you've actually got them on, kind of getting them to the stage you want, where you've got the options you want, can be quite tricky. It involves multiple presses of buttons and then a click and a spin of the wheel, and it just sometimes felt a little bit clunky. And it felt like, it almost felt like you were fighting with the headphone a little bit. If I could have one wish for these headphones, it's something I really hope to see implemented in the inevitable Mobius 2.0. It's that the control system is managed a little bit better, that there are fewer buttons, that it's a little bit more streamlined. I think it's something that an app could sort out. You know, AUDEZE, I seem to remember them making a pretty great app a while back. It'd be great if they could somehow integrate an app experience. I think that's the kind of thing the Mobius were built for. But the other thing, the cost. Even with the special pre-order launch price, they are more expensive than what are, as far as I know, the current most expensive surround gaming headphones on the market. The Asus ROG Centurion 7.1, which you get for around $350 depending on the day. These $399. I absolutely think they are worth it. Geez, the planar sound alone, my goodness, you got to hear it to believe it. So yes, these are worth it, but bear in mind that if you aren't fussed about planar magnetic sound, but you do want surround sound, there are plenty of other options available. For me though, I'm delighted I got a chance to try these out. I think they are not quite perfect, but they are still extremely good headphones, and I had a total blast using them. Do check the link in the description below for a much more in-depth review on our website, themasterswitch.com, where I break these down in much more detail. And by the way, while you're there, do us a favor. If you feel like buying anything, even if it's not something you see on the website, if you are in need of socks, buy them from Amazon. And to do so, click on any link on our site, any product link, it'll take you to Amazon, and then if you buy the socks there, even if you just search for the socks once you're there, we will get a small affiliate fee. It's what helps keep us alive. These little affiliate fees, they all add up, and it means that we can deliver great content to you. Zero ads, zero pop-ups, none of that annoying nonsense you see on so many other channels. We will never do that. Just help us out if you're thinking of buying something from Amazon. I'm Rob, this is the Master Switch, and these are the AUDEZE Mobius. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.